The presidency says that despite almost 100 security personnel accompanying President Cyril Ramaphosa on his African peace mission to the Ukraine and Russia being denied entry in Poland, his safety is not compromised. Dozens of the SAPS and SANDF members and a group of local journalists were restricted to their flight at the Warsaw Chopin Airport. So perhaps for more on the story, we're going to be joined via Zoom by SABC News reporter Samkele Maseko for the latest. Samkele, good afternoon. Perhaps you could talk to how everyone is doing at this point. We also understand that negotiations are currently underway between South Africa and Polish governments. What can you tell us about that at this point as well?
At this point in time, we have just embarked from the SAA aircraft, which has and was and landed here at Warsaw Airport about 11:30 yesterday afternoon. We have just disembarked. There were intense negotiations from the South African and the Polish government for the disembarkment to take place. I am just going to show you the visuals of the disembarkment taking place here at the airport of Warsaw. As you can see those visuals there, the aircraft is now being disembarked by those who were in the aircraft, which is the SAA aircraft here with President Ramaphosa already having arrived in Kyiv with other African heads of state going on that particular mission. Earlier on, the Polish government did say that in order for us to disembark from this aircraft, those boxes must be opened, which are carrying those weapons of these special forces and PPU and CAT members whom were meant to go to Kyiv to protect Cyril Ramaphosa. It's not yet clear whether this aircraft or another aircraft will finally make it to St. Petersburg in Russia for the second leg of this road to peace mission that President Ramaphosa is on between Russia and Ukraine.
Samkele, just quickly, we are struggling to hear you a little bit. I wonder if you could explain where to from here in terms of the rest of the coverage in the Ukraine. Is that possible? Do you think that you'll make it in time to head to Russia as well, for the Russian leg of the coverage? What's emerging on that front as we speak?
It's not yet clear whether we'll make it in time for the Russian leg. We don't know what will happen because we are going to check into a hotel now. These are the two buses that is going to be ferrying those whom were in this particular aircraft belonging to SAA, which had ferried those over 120 security personnel of President Ramaphosa on this air bus here from South Africa. We are told that some initiatives are going to be made that we do travel to Russia at some point in the day today, whether later on in the afternoon or at some particular point. It's not yet clear. Those negotiations are still currently underway in order to try and get those flyover clearances between those countries, between Poland here and to Russia. There was those issues, and the aircraft that was meant to be chartered to link to Russia, as this particular aircraft belonging to SAA cannot travel to Russia due to insurance issues.
Samkele, how are you also being treated by officials or personnel on the ground, perhaps upon leaving the aircraft and making your way into the airport?
The treatment has been very horrific, non-existent. We've not had anything to eat throughout the course of the morning today. The last time that we had anything to eat was yesterday with some of the leftover food that was there on the aircraft. The South African embassy here did try and bring some burgers yesterday evening for dinner, which assisted in a great deal. But since the morning, we've only had liquids such as juice, water, and hot beverages such as hot chocolate, and also tea. That was some of the leftovers on the aircraft that we have had, but we've not had anything to eat since the morning and since last night that we had for dinner.
Has it affected the health of any of the journalists or personnel on the aircraft at this point?
Well, I can't say it's affected anyone's health negatively because everyone has been there for everyone, supporting each other, making sure that everyone is okay. We as journalists also doing our jobs. The Presidential Protection Services guys are taking care of one another. So everyone on the aircraft has particularly been strong. But one also must commend the staff of SAA whom have been tasked with this particular task of bringing us to Poland. They've done an exceptional job. They've been there for us. They've been taking care of us, making sure that when someone was dehydrated, they afford them the necessary courtesies, give them the necessary water. They did say that the various health measures would be taken on stream if someone had a health issue. So they were practically pretty much prepared for this eventuality, even though they did not anticipate that it would happen. So they've done a sterling and excellent job at making sure that their clients, their guests on their aircraft have been taken care of.
And then just lastly, Samkele, perhaps any word coming in as to whether the Russian leg of the talks will be happening? Will they be cancelled given these hiccups? Can we confirm that it is still happening at this point?
The president will make his way to St. Petersburg with other African heads of state and the delegation from President Yoweri Museveni's country, Uganda, and the representative from the Egyptian government. And those discussions will be taking place with President Vladimir Putin tomorrow afternoon. It's not clear what time they will get to St. Petersburg, but we do know that later on tonight they will be leaving Kyiv, going towards Rizhov, where they will ultimately live from there, going to St. Petersburg. Those discussions will definitely go on, but we don't know whether we will make it or not due to logistical issues that we have experienced here.
All right, Samkele, we're wishing you all the best of luck, and perhaps also monitoring developments as it unfolds.